back in 2001, a couple of people came to us at Locker Gnome, people from our chat room, which is still kind of active, the Locker Gnome chat room, before it was the Chris chat room. Locker Gnome, of course, you know, our brand that we've been growing since 1996. And these chat roomies, if you will, these chatters, asked if we would do some kind of get-together for all the people who were a part of this community of ours. And we thought about it, and like, you know, it's a pretty good idea. It's interesting, but I don't think anybody would want to come and see me, like in person. So what we did was we assembled some kind of conference. That became GnomeDex, and that ran for the greater part of 10 years. A lot of the content produced on GnomeDex, unfortunately, can't be shared because it wasn't recorded or it's been lost to time, really. We've done our best to share as much as we possibly could by way of YouTube for the most recent Locker Gnome conferences, going under the brand GnomeDex. GnomeDex, though, I got to tell you, as part of its ethos, the reason why it was created was really to give people an experience that they couldn't have anywhere else. I was tired, even then, of going to tech conferences and feeling like I was lost in the hallways. So we've written an article on LockerGnome.com of 5 reasons you want to attend tech conferences. It seems that they're not going to disappear anytime soon. And despite you being able to find a lot of information online, there's something to be said about getting out of the house every once in a while and meeting other people and shaking their hands, learning, you know, a little bit more about them rather than just seeing them online. There's something about meeting them in person. Maybe you're not going to find out about, you know, breaking stories at a conference. I mean, you can find that stuff just as easily online. But to me, the big value of a tech conference is meeting industry leaders, going up, shaking their hand. They may have no idea who I am, but I say, hi, I'm Chris Pirillo. I do stuff online, and I'd like to say thank you for doing what you do, and I had a couple of questions for you, or whatever it might happen to be. And I make that introduction, because at some point in the future, you never know where that relationship's going to go. Meeting someone in real life is just, it can be a life changer for some people. Sometimes it's even a career changer. The GnomeDex conference led to so many people getting jobs because they met one another at the event, this tech event that they were putting on. We were doing our best to highlight what we believe were interesting personalities, interesting stories before really a lot of people knew what those stories were. And that's kind of been the thread that ran as the GnomeDex conference ran for a decade. It's kind of on hiatus at the moment. Doing a conference can be a lot of work, but you know, there are a lot of reasons why you'd want to go to tech conferences. I gave you my number one reason. You may have a completely different reason, and we've listed other reasons in the article. And you've got to think about this. Really, I mean, if you love technology, go to a conference. Just try it once. It's worth a shot. What have you got to lose? Hopefully it'll be affordable, because tech conferences cost money to actually put on typically. But it should be worth the money if you make one great relationship spring out of the experience you have at that event. At least I would hope so. If you have any other ideas, feel free to leave a comment. Take a look at the list, see if you agree or disagrey with the other points that we have to share on why you want to go to a KEK conference. I don't know what a KEK conference is, but I wouldn't want to go to a KEK conference. Not that is there a KEK conference? Tech conference.